and regulates the development of organism. It is subtle and pervades the body. There are 5 vital forces. So it is said in 2 ways we are connected with the cosmos. One through prana and another through our self. The self is higher type of identification with the cosmic field, but prana is the one level of identification. The energy, the power of mind, willpower. What is that? Do you think this willpower is coming from the physical thing? The food we are, definitely you will argue that if we fast, if we don't eat, then our brain will not work. That is true. But it is also true, there are yogis without any food, they are powerful. So, it is not true always that the food is giving us the energy. So from where our willpower, everything we are deriving? We are deriving from the cosmos, from the absolute. This cosmic power, cosmic prana is vibrating, pulsating us. This is the mental power. Physical power we can get from the food, etc. But the mental power, willpower, from where we can get it? We can get it from the cosmic energy prana, cosmic prana. That is what it is said. Where is it? Change the page or what? Yeah, it looks like I changed the page. So, I changed the page, we don't know. I don't know, I changed the page, I think. Yeah. Give me just a little bit time. Critic of Shankara. Critic of Shankara. Critic of Shankara. Criticism of Shankara. 461. 611. Sorry for this. Sure. I missed it. What is there? I don't know how to find it. Shivamaya. Creation. This is, I think, yes. So prana, there are 5 types of prana we know. The vital forces: prana, apana, vyana, udana and samana. In puja also you can find that. And this prana, this resides as the nasal cavity. It regulates inspiration and expiration. Apana resides at the anus. It helps evacuation. Vyana pervades the body. It sustains the whole organism. Udana resides at the throat. It has upward movement. Samana resides at the navel. It digests and assimilates food and drink. The 5 vital forces arise from the 5 subtle elements collectively with the excess of rajas. The 5 organs of knowledge, Gyanendriya, ears, skin and eyes, tongue, nose, etc., they are, so we know this. Some are coming from the rajas, some are coming from the sattva, etc. Now the manas, buddhi, ahamkara and chitta are the internal organs. So these are also we know. But here something is important. Whose function is activity? The external sense organs are physical, bhautika. There are 4 kinds of gross bodies, which are Jarayujo, these are called, like eggs. Some are coming out from the eggs. They are called Andaja. Anda means egg. So Andaja means coming out, the son of Anda. So that is called Andaja. Then the bodies of bird and reptiles, born of moisture, Shvedaja. Shveda means perspiration or kind of humidity or that kind of thing is called Shveda in Sanskrit. So some are coming like fungus and all other things. They are coming out from the Shvedaja. They are called Shvedaja. Then the bugs and mosquitoes and plant bodies, they called Udbija. So they are sprouting things. They are called Udbija, the plants. And then Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna is the self. They are capable of suffering. They suffer the fruits of their demerits with their bodies. Animals have no intelligence. Please try to follow this. Animals have no intelligence. They are miserable. Men have intelligence and will. So this intelligence, when you can argue that dog has intelligence, dog is tremendously intelligent. But this is not that kind of intelligence. This intelligence is completely different. This intelligence is try to understand ourselves. The awareness, I told you, this awareness. Even the vritti, this vritti, unless there is vritti, we do not have any knowledge. Even the Brahman knowledge, we must have this vritti. And this vritti comes in the intelligence level. So this intelligence level, all vrittis come. So this intelligence level is connected with, that is what Sri Ramakrishna says, pure buddhi is and pure Atman are one. So these vrittis, which is in the pure level, that is the mula jnana. That kind of ajnana, that kind of intelligence, only ignorance, only we can remove by samadhi. That is extreme, and that is I awareness. It is in the Vijnanamaya Kosha level. But all other things in the Monomaya Kosha. So that means ego, if we consider ego, there are two types of egos, you know. Sri Ramakrishna says himself, Kacha Ami and Paka Ami. So one is the ego-ity and another is egoism. So the ego-ity is in this Vijnanamoy level. It is the Mula Ajnana. But egoism is Tula Ajnana. It is in the mental level, Monomaya Kosha. This can be removed by practice. But the Mula Jnana, only Samadhi, that is the root level of ignorance. Animals have no intelligence. They are miserable. Men have intelligence and will. They are partly happy and partly miserable. Gods are happy and they have greater knowledge and power. Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara and Chitta are the internal organs. Assimilation and discrimination, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, are the function of Manas. It is extremely important thing that it is said that if we have the knowledge of Brahman, we will be liberated. You have the knowledge of Brahman. I have the knowledge of Brahman. But why am I not be liberated? Why I am not liberated? We know Brahman is eternal, Brahman is this, Brahman is that. But why we do not have liberated?
Probably restricted to the Manomaya Kosha, the knowledge.
Intelligence.
Right. So two limitations are there, and that is assimilation, Sankalpa and Vikalpa, or Vikalpa or doubt. So these are in the function of Manas. Discrimination is the function of Buddhi. Self-sense is the function of Ahankara, means Abhimana. Recollection, Anusandhana, is the function of Chitta. Browsing. The internal organs also are physical. They arise from 5 subtle elements collectively with the excesses of Sattva. The subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, is composed of 5 organs of knowledge, 5 organs of action, 5 organs of 5 vital forces, and Manas and Buddhi. Chitta and Ahankara are included in Manas and Buddhi. The subtle body is made of 5 subtle elements. It clings to the jiva till it attains liberation. It helps. It transmigrates from one body to another. The causal body, Karana Sharira, is the cause of the subtle body and the gross body. It is the individual nascence of jnana, which is an appearance of the eternal consciousness. It is not ontologically existent, since it is destroyed by the knowledge of the Atman. It is not absolutely non-existence, since it is known by perception, and capable of fulfilling our practical purposes. It is not both existent and non-existence, since it is self-contradictory. It is not different from Atman, which is the only reality. It is not non-differentiate from it, since it deludes the jiva, the veils of its real nature. It is not both different and non-different from Atman, since it is self-contradictory. It is not divisible into parts, since it is not the effect, nor it is the indivisible and partless, since it is modified into the body, the senses. Nor it is both divisible and indivisible, since it is self-contradictory. So it is indefinable, it is destroyed. You can understand that this is the Maya, Anirvachaniya. So Shankara recognizes empirical reality of the world. He recognizes different degrees of reality in it. Through eternal and immutable, Ishvara is one who is modified into empirical world. There are degrees of reality which manifest his powers in different degrees. He is immanent in all living creatures, but they can comprehend his powers in different degrees owing to different degrees of avidya, perverting their minds. The inorganic, organic, and the psychic world are higher and higher stages through which Ishvara reveals his nature. There is a gradual dimension of knowledge, power, and the like in the series of beings from men down to the blades of grass. There is gradually increasing manifestation of knowledge, power, like the series of being to the Hiranyagarbha. There are different degrees of manifestation of bliss in man and Gandharvas and all other things. So, though Shankara recognizes different degrees of reality in the empirical world, he does not treat them as ontologically real. They have only relative or empirical reality. This important point must not be lost sight of. So, this is one of the important things that Shankara, he gave three, Vyavaharika, Paramarthika, and Adhyatmika. So there are Pratibhashika. So Vyavaharika, Pratibhashika, and Adhyatmika. So these three types of reality, he says. But these three types of reality, these are only empirical level, not in the higher level. Empirical means the worldly level. This is only worldly level. So this is not ontological. Ontological means metaphysics, means transcendental. This is not ontological truths. This is not in the ontological level. This is in the empirical level, he said that. Actually, Shankara's challenges was that because the Kriya Kandins, Mimamsakas and Vaisheshika, they did not accept the transcendental thing. They said that you are talking about Atman, try to prove it here and now. So that was Shankara's great challenge. Why he introduces Maya theory? Because of that. He tried to prove it here and now in this empirical world. That's why he brought all these three levels, Vyavaharika Sattva, Paravartika Sattva and Pratibhajika Sattva. This he brought it. And he brought the concept of Maya. Because to prove the Atman in this world and now. That was his great challenge. So anyway, I read this part, it is because from it is clear that body is not Atman. All bodies and everything are the product of something. Some Shaktic part, some Manasik part, some this part, some that part. So Atman is the not product of anything. It is not subject to cause and effect thing. So that is the main important thing here. And then few verses like 160 I mentioned here. The 160 he said, the stupid man thinks this body is this and this body is not that. Then number 61 is same thing. Atro atmabuddhing tyajyo. So that is why here is the conclusion. And the conclusion is this. So you have understood that body is not consciousness. So the conclusion is this. Atro atmabuddhing tyajyo. It is very simple Sanskrit. You can understand this. Atro atmabuddhing tyajyo. So now renounce. Get rid of this atmabuddhi. Mudha buddhe. Tang mangsho vedo osti purisharasho sarvatmani brahmani nirvikalpe kurusha shanting paramang bhajasya. So all these filthy things, please get rid of, and only paramang bhajasya, only Paramatma bhaja. It is said, O foolish one, cease to identify thyself with this bundle of skin, flesh, fat, bones and filth, and identify thyself instead with the absolute Brahman, the self of all, and thus attain supreme peace. So this is the first thing. Body is not Atman. So please get out of this idea that you are body. Identify yourself with the self, and then you enjoy the eternal peace. Then in 62, here is one important point that he said that enjoy the eternal peace, the eternal joy, attain the eternal peace. Why we can have eternal peace after realization of Brahman? It is a very beautiful question, that why we have Parama Shanti after realization of Brahman. It is said, first of all, there is no two. There is only one. So from two what happens?
Fear comes.
Fear. Very good. Very good. Fear. Then jealousy, hatred, anger. So from two many things comes. Now, if there is only one, then there is no vikshepa, there is nothing, only one. So that's why there is eternal peace. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarja. These are the 6 enemies. So, in one, not a single enemies are there. That's why. Eternal peace. And another thing, another reason is there. We get eternal peace in deep sleep. And in deep sleep, we do not have any connection with the external world. So, if we can renounce our connection with the external world, then we can get the eternal peace. So, where there is a subjective one, in realization there is a subjective one only. So, if there is subjective one, then we do not have any connection with the external world. Atma-Rama, the Atma-Rama concept. That is why peace. Yes. Question.
So if in deep sleep there is bliss, then why do they say that even after death there is no bliss? Because after death the soul is cut from the external world, right?
After death means what?
Like the external world is connected to the soul as long as the body is there, right? Once the body is not there.
What is after death?
So my understanding was that you carry not just the soul, though you carry the other.
Just now we read the subtle body.
The subtle body.
Subtle body will continue till our liberation. So, the subtle body, what is subtle body?
Mana.
Subtle body is full of everything. The idea of subtle body is your dream body.
So
Only what is the difference? It is very important. What is the difference between your dream body and your
deep sleep.
Physical.
your waking body? What is the difference? In your dream body, you are not aware of yourself. In waking state, you are aware of yourself. The awareness what I was talking about. In dream, you are only doing this work. In dream, you are running. You are not thinking, you are not aware about yourself.
But you still feel
That you are sleeping. Do you aware that that time you are sleeping?
No, but you still have feelings in your dream.
Yes, definitely feeling. You have feeling, but not awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You do not aware at that time that you are sleeping. You are dreaming at the same time you are sleeping. You do not have that awareness. But here, now, you have this awareness. You are listening at the same time you are sitting here.
Okay.
So in dream, we do not have this awareness.
Okay.
But we are carrying all types of samaskaras.
Mm-hmm.
We are thinking, we are doing, we are enjoying, we are suffering, everything we are doing. So how can you say that that is detached of everything? That is not pure soul. Swami Vivekananda said that what is the difference between, forget about dream state, take the deep sleep state. Even in deep sleep is connected with samadhi, that higher kind of thing. At that time we do not have any kind of thoughts, any kind of things, so deep sleep. That is very close to our samadhi state. So what is the difference? Swamiji said, what is the difference between samadhi and deep sleep? The difference between samadhi and deep sleep is this. You know that.
I don't know, I can guess.
Oh no, Swamiji said that when you coming out from samadhi, you will be the changed personality. But when you come out from the deep sleep, you will remain the same idiot. Don't mind.
Not anymore.
So he said that.
But so what I'm curious about is after death, there is no deep sleep then, right?
After death, all our samskaras are there.
Exactly.
Yes, that is not the pure Atman. So there is concept of two. How that will become peaceful?
Right.
So Maharaj, the waking state and the dream state, right? Because we say the chitta is getting reflected in our mind. That's where we feel we are the person or that thing, right? So mind exists both in the waking state and dream state in certain aspect. So what part of the mind, so can we say that in the waking state I have that awareness, so there is some part of the mind that is functioning in waking state which is not functioning in the dream state. That's why I don't have the awareness at that point. How is the waking and dreams?
What is the difference between waking state and dream state? So in dream state, according to Indian philosophy, I am not talking about the Western philosophy. According to Indian philosophy, in your dream, in your sleep, your mind is dissolved. There will be no mind.
Even in the dream state?
But in the dream state, your mind functions, and that is the projective functioning. It is called the projective functioning. Your mind is projecting something out of your samskaras.
Right.
That is dream.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to mean. That's
so
what I
mind
understand.
is at that partly functioning, partly not functioning.
Right.
So as long as you are dreaming, your mind is vritti. It is vritti. So
Right.
your knowledge is doing, your vritti is there. But you can distinctly understand that dream body is not your body. You are completely different from dream body and yourself.
That is only in the waking state. In the dream state, I can't differentiate it.
No.
Dream state, I cannot differentiate.
No.
Right.
So these are different levels of our mind. And that is why it is the one of the proof is this, that in different level, our whole concept is different. So, what you have the problem in the waking state, you do not have that problem in the dreaming state. Or what problem you have in the dreaming state, that problem you do not have in the waking state. So we can eliminate our problem by changing our state of mind. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That means our problem is limited to certain level of our mind. We can easily overcome our problem by switching our mind from this level to that level. Why are you laughing?
Because it resonated with something, that's why.
Okay. Now you may think that it is what Swami is telling, it is not
at all.
it is not realistic. It
No,
is
it
not
clicked with
realistic,
me.
it is only theory. It is not theory.
No, Swami.
Everything can be done by practice. Yes, Punitaji.
Swamiji, so this question line of thinking about Jagrat and Swapna. So our sense organs that are working in the waking state are working the same way in our sleep state, in the dream state, sorry, not the deep sleep, right?
No, please, I could not follow you.
So the distinction between the waking and sleep, dreaming and deep sleep. So in our waking state, we have our Gyanendriyas also working with the mind, right? But in dream, we have the mind working, but the Gyanendriyas are not working.
I would say, yes, why not?
They are working. They are working, just the
They are
external
working.
organ is not working.
They are working. Gyanendriya is working, Karmendriya is also working. Gyanendriya means you have the knowledge, you have the feeling of warm, you have the feeling of cold. That is the Gyanendriya, no?
Not in the sense of like the way we, I don't know how to put it, maybe in terms of the physical Gyanendriya. I mean, I don't see, my
No, but-
eyes are closed, my ears are, so
Yes.
something that is happening
Yes.
in the waking world is not being
No,
heard
it
by
is in
the
different level.
level.
Gyanendriya is working in the different level. Gyanendriya is working because you can feel the touch. You can feel the touch. You can feel, this is the,
But the touch of what? Which state? It's in the dream state.
dream
touch.
state.
Yeah.
Dream state. You can feel the touch. You can feel you are in the cold something, you are in the this, that. But only when it is extreme, then we get up. Because our mind is not go beyond that. Our mind cannot go beyond that. That is why we get up. When the body and mind are completely means far away, they cannot balance it.
So maybe the subtle part of Gyanendriya is working and not the physical part.
Maybe, yeah, definitely. In different level. That is what I am saying. It is in different level. Obviously, it is in different level.
Swamiji, can we correlate this subtle part to subconscious? As in, let's say it is having spectrum. Higher spectrum is a bit making.
So see, subtle mind, subconscious you are talking about. We do not have any access to our subconscious. But our dream is the product of the sum total of subconscious. It is the projection, irregular projection of our samaskaras.
So Swamiji, when the physical body dies and we are in the Sukshma Sharir, so we also based on our sanskaras kind of
So see,
project
I am telling you.
a world.
I am telling you, when we pass away, for some time, momentum of the body exists. First, we do not feel that we have died. Our body conscious still exists for certain time. That is why there is a huge jerk. I don't know, it is God's creation. That is a huge jerk. A jerk means there are different types of after death experience. As for example, few people they experience they are going through a dark tunnel. Very fast they are going through a dark tunnel. Second impression is that there is huge light and they are suddenly thrown into that huge light. So this kind of startling experience is there, after death experience. Now, the point is, after this, up to this, they have the bodily experience. But after this, I don't know. I know up to this. After this, what experience and how long they have the body experience. For some time, definitely they have the body experience momentum because they could not realize that I die. It is my death state. So after some time, they experience that they are kind of floating, they are not connected with the previous state. So now at that point, they are losing their memory. That is why we cannot remember what happened. Because our mind was not there. Our brain was not there. The machine that we can remember, our subconscious is not there. That's why we cannot remember. Only I exist, that point is there.
Swamiji, this is a bit
That is not, we do not have, although that is the subtle body, but we do not have that memory, or memory is lost. And we do not have, in dream, you have this idea that whether you are a lady or a man, that sense you are having in dream. But in death, we do not have that.
Subtle body has, it's called the linga.
Subtle body, yes, subtle body has. But it goes into a certain stage, we do not have that. You can understand.
In that state,
I don't know, probably, I don't think they have that. Or they lost their memory. At which state they lost their memory, I don't have any idea. But they lost their memory, that's for sure.
Okay.
Otherwise, we could have remembered, no? Our previous life.
I was actually only extrapolating from the fact that you said that dreamlike state is the Sukshma Sharir is there, right? So the dream state is all the projection of your sanskaras. So if Sukshma Sharira is the dreamlike state, this means we probably go to heaven or hell based on our sanskaras, and we probably project
only that kind of state you are having. Only that kind of state. And I am sure that memory in dream state, you have the memory that you are male or female. But after death, we must not have that memory. But otherwise, we could have continued that. It is very dangerous thing. What is your question?
Yeah, this is a bit confusing for me. As in the chitta, which is a storehouse, why it is not having the recollection of what happened during the death? Because it is like, it should have all the impressions throughout.
It dissolves. In the waking state, it functions. Still, it is storehouse, but we cannot browse that. It is in the unconscious. We cannot have any access to our unconscious.
As in, it is not.
As a normal being.
Is it dependent on the gross body?
No.
Because only gross body dissolve at the time of death.
No. In the subtle body also samskara is there. Because according to samskaras, we are taking birth.
But entire subtle body is moving from point A to point B. Then
Yes.
it should also know that journey from point A to point B. That was
No, that is what I am saying. The memory is lost. Memory is
But
lost.
that's a function of chitta, which is going with the subtle body. As a,
Mind is lost.
Content is lost.
Is
Samaskara and memory are not same, right?
no, samskara and memory is not same.
but their impression.
that's-
Memory
This
is
important
the
impression.
browsing. Memory is the browsing thing.
Yeah, so memory is not accessible.
But some people remember,
Yes, some person remember.
so
Definitely.
it is not lost, it's like hidden.
It is hidden. Our memory is lost.
Memory.
Means the power of browsing that is lost. Information is still there. Because on the basis of that information, we take birth.
So it is still part of your chitta, but it's hidden.
Yes, you can say that.
And that is a function of Maya. As in, during the realization process, maybe those things get unearthed.
What does it mean by subtle Shaurya? Subtle Shaurya is everything, the gross 5 elements become subtle. Subtle Shaurya is the combination of everything gross which is in the gross in a subtler state. That means Chitta also subtler. That means Manas also subtler. Everything in the subtler state.
Basically,
And,
sorry.
and probably in the subtler state, they lost their power to browse this world. And what I am saying, it is from the common sense that it is known that we forget everything.
But Maharaj, also this concept is there that the waking state is also a dream state. There is no difference between a waking state and dream state.
No,
dream state.
in philosophically there is no difference.
So in the dream state also, what we have dreamt this last night.
Is the product of, that is what I am saying, is the product
we may
of
remember it for maybe a few hours. After that, we may not even remember what happened in the dream state.
whole life we can remember. Why you are telling after 2 hours or 3 hours? Whole life we can remember that.
But most
Few
of the
dreams
time-
are there, whole life we can remember.
Few of the dreams maybe, yes.
Yeah,
But most of the dreams,
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've seen.
yeah, because these are all, registered in the unconscious. Yes.
In metaphysics these days, they're talking about how they're coming up with a crazy idea that the past can be modified. I think that's kind of the same idea with getting rid of the samskaras. You're getting rid of the effects of the past.
No, that is not real. That is not real. Absolutely, that is not real.
Oh, okay.
Your past is past. We cannot modify past
Hmm.
because we have come across the past.
No, I just thought like in
Only we
theoretical-
can modify our samskaras,
Yeah.
and that we cannot do that. According to our scripture, we cannot do that. Only the avatars, they can do that, or God can do that. Nobody can. It is science. What you have done, you have get the consequence of that.
Mhm.
Simple Newton's third law of motion. That's all.
Yeah.
But it can be erased by avatars. That is why avatars are called Kapala Mochana. Avatars are called Kapala Mochana. Anything from online? Question from online?
Prana Maharaj,
Yes, please.
the verses that we've covered this evening seem to primarily be around identification with the body.
Yeah.
And I've been learning a meditation technique where they talk about using meditation as a way to transcend body consciousness.
Please repeat. A meditation technique which says,
Which will aid you or enable you to be able to rise above body consciousness, transcend body consciousness.
Okay.
Through a meditation technique.
okay,
Is this something that Vedanta supports?
yeah,
I don't know.
definitely Vedanta supports. Definitely. Either your logic and justification, your analysis, discrimination, you can go beyond your body or anything else. Swami Vivekananda said, whatever may be the process, your main idea is to transcend the body consciousness. That's all.
In whichever way that you can.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Madhava, whatever, the translator, Madhavananda, in verse 169, he talks about the mind. According to Vedanta, there's no actual changes in the self. It is the nature of pure and perfect. It is the ignorance or avidya that has covered its vision, so to say, and it appears as limited and subject to change. So he seems to be saying here that it's the mind that is what's the problem. And if we can purify the mind, then we can rise above, a body consciousness or,
Yeah, it is because, yes, absolutely. It is because of this ajnana. I have mentioned this in the beginning of my lecture, is that it is because of our mula ajnana. It is because this identification, the body identifications, it is identification, it is in Shankara's language, it is called odhyasa. So this kind of odhyasa, it is called ananya odhyasa. So this kind of ananya odhyasa, it happens, this odhyasa happens in the Vijnanamaya kosha, in the intelligence level. And this intelligence level is the ignorance, definitely it is the ignorance. And this ignorance can be removed by samadhi only. This is the mula ajnana.
One last question. Are you going to record the Bhakti Sutra lectures?
Yeah, actually, what happened, Mark, the last Thursday I recorded it. And I recorded it in cloud. And I downloaded that. But unfortunately, it lost somewhere. I could not find that.
Okay.
So the first lecture is lost. I don't know. I can tell Ashish if he can find somewhere else. But another mistake I did, that I deleted from the cloud. I downloaded, I thought it is downloaded on my desktop. I should have seen that first, but I did not. Before seeing that, verifying that, I deleted. So I did the mistake. Sorry for that, but okay, we can manage. From next on, yes, we shall definitely record that one.
Thank you.
Just a very general question related to what you said. So the Viveka Chudamani, its emphasis on Shankara's knowledge and study of Raja Yoga, so Raja Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Are there other works that Shankara did related more to Bhakti Yoga? He mentioned some Bhakti Sutra.
I could not understand what is your question actually.
Did Shankaracharya also have other treatises on Bhakti Yoga?
Yeah.
This is more.
Shankaracharya composed lot of hymns.
Okay.
Lots of hymns on bhakti.
Okay.
Shiva Mahima Stotra. Shankaracharya composed it. And that is the praising of Shiva only.
Okay.
Lot of them. Lalita Sahasranam, all these things are there. Ganga Stotram, very.
So,
Okay, thank you.
Shankaracharya-
Let us conclude because it is already
Okay.
right there. Okay, thank you for attending this class. So next Sunday we do not have any class. We have Shivaratri at Berkeley. I request you all, please attend Shivaratri either physically or online.
Is that start on Sunday night?
7 to 9.
This meeting is being recorded.
Ram Maharaj.
Okay, namaste. So please give some time. It will take some time for processing.
Yeah.
Okay, Neeraji. Okay,
The recording
Anjana
has
ji.
stopped.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anjana ji is most of the time. Oh, she left. Anjana ji is now most of the time on the online. She left. So again the announcement. Those who are interested to buy the books, $10. Please buy the book. O Lord, please accept our offering. Bless us, make us pure and all-loving. May we not accuse, demand, or complain, but love, respect, and cooperate with all. May we not find fault with others, but try to find our own faults. May we not treat others as strangers, but learn to make all our own. Peace, peace, peace be unto you.